Good morning, children. How are you all? I hope people are doing great. I hope you're having a good test session. The first test went very well. I hope you'll have this next test also very nice. All the best from my side. And today let's continue with our second chapter of computers. Okay, until yesterday we have seen about block diagrams. This is what it is, functioning of the CPU and everything, correct? Let's go further. What do I have next? Yes, input devices. Children, yes, till yesterday I've told you saying that input is nothing but putting information inside the computers. Yes, putting any data inside the computers. Now, what are devices? Devices are nothing but, if I talk about in Doraemon's language, all the gadgets, right? All the electronic gadgets or gadgets which are being used by him. So here are the devices. Devices are nothing but the things which we use it in our systems. Yes, those are the devices. So what are the input devices? Now, what is the input device? Input device in the sense, those things with the help of which we are putting the information inside the system, right? So through which, if I want to tell computer to select something, what I have to use? I use mouse, correct? If I have to draw something, what do I use? Yes, I want computer to draw a line in a circle. I want to draw a sun, so I want computer to draw a circle. With what do I draw the circle? With what I should put that information in the computer? Yes, I use mouse for that, correct? Now, if I ask you people to write something in the computers, so if I tell you to write something in the computer, what do you use it? Yes, you will use your keyboard, correct? Keyboard is an input device. Let's just see this in a closer view. The data or instructions, we enter into the computer is called input, correct? Any data or instructions which I put inside the computer, we call it as input. The devices which are used to enter data and instructions into the computer are called input devices. Yes, see, the devices which we use to put the information inside the computer are called input devices. Now let's see some of the input devices. What are they? Keyboard. Yes, one of the main input devices, keyboard. The most commonly used input device is keyboard. It contains different types of keys. They are alphabetical keys, number keys, special keys, and etc. Yeah. Children, try to recall how many keys are there in a keyboard. On a keyboard, sorry. It is 104. It is 104 keys are available on a keyboard. Okay, next one. Mouse. Yes. Mouse is an input device. It is normally connected by a cable or a Bluetooth to the computer. Computer has 2 or 3 buttons. Can you see my image here? What am I having? A mouse. Mouse is generally connected with using a cable, correct? And usually we have a mouse of 2 button or 3 button. There are mouses which works on Bluetooth. We have Bluetooth in our mobiles, right? If we on the Bluetooth, we can share the information with other person. The same way, there are mouse which are wireless mouse. Okay, they are not having such kind of cables. Okay, they don't have cables. It is just a mouse without a cable. So you need not have to connect a wire to your computer or your laptops. You can directly use it through Bluetooth connection. So the second input device which we read now is a mouse. Continuing, the important mouse actions are given below. There, see, we'll just go. What are the different actions done by the mouse? First one, left click. Why do we use left click? And it is a single click. See, we know that we do double click and single click. Till last classes you have seen that it's like single click or it is click click. It is double click. So for a left click, why do we do it? If we want to select any object or if you want to select any icon on the desktop or if you want to open any file on your computers. So you usually use left click Okay, to select it. Okay, if you want to select it, you have to use a single left click. But if you want to open that particular icon, or if you want to open a file, so you are supposed to do double click. With a single click, your files or your folders will just be selected, it will not open. For opening any files or folders, you are supposed to go for a double click from your desktop. Okay. Now what we second thing is, with which finger do we do left click? Yes, we do it from our forefinger. We do it from our forefinger. Correct? See, I'm holding. Let's stop sharing here. See, I'm holding a mouse, right? I'm holding a mouse. You can see I am holding it with only these two fingers. This is my forefinger. This is my middle finger, right? With the help of my forefinger, I am selecting. I am placing my forefinger on my left click, and my middle finger is on my right click. Yes, that is called as double click and single click of left. Now let's go for the right, which from our middle finger, the right single click. Okay, so we need not have to go for double click, only comes with left button. Okay, children, you should always remember double click happens only with the, see, we can do right click with a double thing, but it's of no use. Okay, so double click you comes in a use only with the left click. Now what is about right click? So right click is to open properties of any object or menu on desktop icon, etc. Single click on right click, right button of the mouse. Now second thing, last one is scroll button. To move the page up and down, we use scroll. Let's just work on the folders. Okay, I have kept one folder here. Can you read the name? It is worksheet. Okay, now I haven't selected. Children, please focus your concentration on my mouse pointer, this particular arrow which is moving on your screen. Okay, see, when I'm taking near the worksheet folder, it is getting highlighted. But when I move it, mouse pointer, it is not getting, because I'm not selected, I'm not given a click for it. And just remember, I have kept my hands on my two buttons. Okay, I will just drag it to the worksheet. If I do single click, see, now I'll see it got selected. With single left click, this particular worksheet is got selected. If I want to open it, I have to do a double click on it. I'll just click outside. I'll do double clicks. Children, I'm doing double click together. See, now it got opened, right? If you want to open any file or folder on your desktop, you have to do double click. If you want to just select it, I've selected. So it is just getting selected. Now we saw about the left click and everything. Now I will just do about the right click. Right click opens the options, right? I'll just go on the worksheet and I'll do right click. See, an option dialog box has come up. From here, if I want to select anything, I will not use right click. It is just to open this option. And if I want to select anything, I have to go for a left click. So this is the way we use our left clicks and right clicks. And scrolling is moving the paper up and down. That was about input. So what did we see about input devices? We saw the major things are keyboards and mouses. Apart from that, we have microphones also, scanners also, but that as of now is not included in your chapters. That was about input devices. Let's go towards the output devices. The result provided by the computer after processing the data is called an output device. Sorry, output. Monitors, printers are the two output devices that are used by computers to give us the results. Commonly, basic this one. Speaker are also termed as output device, since we get output in the form of audio. If you want to hear something, if you want to hear a song, or if you are playing a movie, anything you want to get the sound, so we need speakers for that. So nowadays, children, the speakers have started coming in the CPU only inbuilt. In laptop, we have speakers already inbuilt. We don't buy speakers outside, but those are also called as output devices. So now what is an output device? Those devices or things in the computer system which gives us the result, or which gives us the information to us. To put, we have seen keyboard and mouse. To bring out, see if I'm playing if I want to see a video, where do I see? Do I see it on CPU? CPU has started. If I switch it on, if it is started. Keyboard, can I see? Can I see on mouse? No, it is because it's not an input, it's not an output device, it is device to output. So for that I need a monitor. So monitor gives me that things to see. If I do a calculation, yesterday also I was taking this example, if I want to do 2 plus 2, now 2 plus 2 result, I want to know. Where will computer will tell me in my ears? No, it will not tell me in ears. I have to see that answer. Where will I see? This, it is given, the result is being shown on monitor. Okay, now it is soft copy. Anything which is on the monitor, if it is switched off, okay, but I want it to be on the paper. So for that I use printer. Printer also, do we put inside something in the printer? No, right? Printer is something which gives us information. If we put a paper, it will print all the things and it gives us to us. So that's why it is called as an output device. See here, monitor, the computer screen is called as monitor. A monitor is an output device. It displays the result of the task performed. Whatever task we are performing on the monitor or on the computer, it displays for us. The monitor helps us to watch movies and cartoons on the computer. It is also known as VDU. Children, monitor is also called as VDU. The full form of video is Visual Display Unit. What it is? It is Visual Display Unit. Quickly towards printer. A printer is an output device. This device is used to take printout of our work on the computer. You all have seen the printer in my computer lab, right? You all have seen it. What does it do? It gives me the printout of the things whichever I want from my computer. I see I have put some pictures for you people. Here you can see first is here dot matrix, inject, laser. There are different types of printers available in the market. So I've just put 3 there: dot matrix, inject, laser. We have plotters also. Yes. Okay, children, now next thing is, see, we saw input devices, we saw output devices. And you remember the block diagram of our system? Yes, children, do you remember this one? See, we saw about input, we saw about output. Now we will be learning about storage. I said you, computer also keeps all the information which we want the computer to store for us inside its brain. What is the brain of the computer? It is CPU. Yes, children, you can see the data you entered will be saved permanently in a place called storage device. So that whatever data you want the computer to remember, store it inside the system. Where does it go and store? It gets stored in the storage device. We can store, save information on the different storage devices. We have different storage devices related to computer on which we can store our information. So let's see one by one what are the few common things which we usually use. Children, you can see first picture. Excuse me. Children, you can see the first picture over here. In the white, it is a hard disk. Imagine it is a combination of many pen drives together. In the sense, how we keep information in the pen drive, right? You all have seen the pen drives with we can store information on that. The same way, this is a big hard disk. It has huge storage area. In the sense, so a lot of information we can store in that. Yes, so that is a hard disk. A hard disk is a storage device fixed inside the system unit. It has this largest storage capacity. It cannot be carried from one place to another place. Children, inside the computer CPU, this particular hard disk is placed. In the sense, in the CPU, we have this inside it. So whatever you want to save in the computer will get saved on this, inside this one. So all the information goes and gets stored inside the hard disk. This is already been fixed into the CPU. Children, one more thing, extra information I would like to tell you, saying that we get portable hard disk. In the sense, we get ready-made hard disk also from outside that is portable. You can use it as an external, but these kind of hard disks are already being placed inside the computers. Now, next thing, pen drive. Pen drive is very commonly used these days by everybody. It's a very small and portable storage devices that is most popularly used today. It is connected to USB port present on the system unit to read or write the data. Wherever we will put the pen drive, right, in our system, see, we insert the pen drive on the either on the CPU, or if you're using it on your laptop, you will put it in a portion from where we put the charging point or whatever it's. That particular point where we put the pen drive is called as USB. Now, what is that? Universal Serial Bus. So that particular position where we put our pen drive, right, that is called as USB port. Okay, let's see some more storage devices. Yes, CDs and DVDs. Children, you have seen a lot of CDs and DVDs, right? So CDs and DVDs are also known as optical storage devices. You can see it is like made of glassy stuff, right? That's why it is called as optical storage devices. We can read, write, play the movies using the CD or DVD drive. Either we can put lots of we can write on that. If you want to, if you have written any, you have written matter, you can store it on that. If you can read the information from the CDs, you can just put it in your CPU or in your laptop and play it. It will show you. And if you want to see a movie also which is recording on this one, you can see it. Until this one is enough, hardware and software concepts we will see in our next class. I hope you are understanding the lessons, children. Please see the video once and keep hearing. Just put your mobile phones on speaker and then just keep on repeatedly hearing the videos, not just for this subject, you can do it for all the other subjects, so that the concepts are being clear for you people at once. Until then, bye.